What?
Ultra watermelon. To go with a kilo of watermelon I just ate. Hey guys, welcome to a fun little series that we're going to do called Traditional or Toxic.
Yay!
It's going to be a fun little series that Maddie and I have decided to do that is going to be talking and answering all questions to do with modern dating, really.
Yeah, I'm so excited. This is going to be juicy and we're going to be spilling the tea. So there's no preparation, no filtering, and this is just purely on our opinion. So
Be interesting to see how many things we agree on.
I know. To kick off episode 1.
Okay, that'll be second.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, just so I knew, I was waiting for you to keep going.
Okay. To kick off episode 1.
We're doing 12 questions on first dates and attraction.
Yay!
Fun. And by the end of the episode, you will either think we are relationship goals or...
Red flags.
First dates and attraction. Yeah. Question 1. Should a man always pay on the first date?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a man, I believe the man should always pay. Or, actually,
Give it to me.
I'm gonna change my mind. I think whoever asks.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I think whoever asks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I get where you're coming from. But no.
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 Like personally, as a man, like I would always I would pay. I paid on our first date.
Mm.
I mean that.
And I also asked for dessert, which then I offered to pay for, which you didn't let me pay for. Did you let me pay for that? No.
I wouldn't have.
No.
No. So myself, I would always pay. However, I think as a rule, I don't know. I think it's fine for whoever. If a guy asked a girl on a date and wanted to split it, I think it's wrong. If a girl asked a guy, like if you asked me out for coffee and you offered to pay because you asked me for coffee, I don't think that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's wrong if I asked you for coffee and you pay.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I can see where you go
Yeah.
there. Yeah, but no. I'd like to be wined and dined and then it'd be paid, thanks.
Okay. Question 2. Is coffee a real first date? I mean, I've got to say yes to this because I asked Maddie to go for coffee for our first date.
Yeah, but we went for sushi instead.
Yeah.
We actually went for dinner
We
instead.
went for dinner instead.
I think so. I think coffee's fine on the first date.
I think coffee is a better option than a traditional first date.
I do think so, and for the value of the woman, I feel like it is nice that any woman could probably feel safer in the daytime. Going to get a coffee, she can leave when she wants. It doesn't feel like there's maybe something tied to the end of the night, whether it's like, do you want to come back tomorrow or whatever. Like, I just feel like as a broad thing, it's totally okay to just be like, cool, I can actually go about my day. I feel like it's a very mature way, but and then also you can always have beautiful dinners following on.
Yeah, I feel like the offer of a coffee has a lot less expectation around the night, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
I like coffee. Number 3, should a man always plan the first date? Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's nice to start off the relationship with.
Yeah.
Or just something. Yeah, I would like to feel like wanted in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like you should have had enough conversation around the first date to be able to know where to go or what to do.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I would say that.
I think so too.
4, should the woman ask to split the bill?
What do you mean?
On a first date, should the woman offer to split the bill?
I mean, I feel like I offered to pay. Actually, it's like when I offered to pay for dessert because I chose it. I think there's nothing wrong with a woman being like, oh, I can get something, or I can pay for my half, or whatever. It's whether or not you then let me is the deciding factor of what I do.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be upset. So like, okay, so this goes back to I think the first question. I wouldn't ask someone on a date if I wasn't prepared to pay for the date. So then to say that I wouldn't care, like say if it was mine and Maddie's first date, I wouldn't care if Maddie didn't ask to split the bill. I would have more of a problem if you didn't acknowledge that I paid it.
Yeah.
So if I was just like, I don't know, like say if it was a smooth way where I just was like, oh, I'm going to the toilet, pay the bill on the way through, and then I'm like, cool, do you want to go? And you're like, oh, don't we need to pay? And I'm like, I've already sorted it. If you were just like, oh my god, like thank you, but if you were just kind of like cool, and then got up and like left, that like I would know that, and I would just be like, nah.
Yeah. Whereas same for me, like if we got to the counter and you're like, well, I mean, it would be different if you suggested it, but if I said like, oh, I'm generally having a binge. Sorry. If I would like, I generally get my phone out to be like, okay, like I can, you know, I'm an independent woman. But if you then let me be like, yeah, cool, we'll split it, then I'll be like, no second date you.
Oh, this is a
sidetrack
question because something just dropped in this conversation, which I think, what if the man was really into you but genuinely didn't have the money, but was also upfront about it? So if I was like to you, hey, like I would really love to take you on a date. However, like, I just also don't have a great deal of money at the moment. And the thing came up to split the bill prior to the date. Would you think any less of the man? Would you think any less of me if I messaged you prior to our first date and said, hey, I know we're meant to go for sushi on Saturday night. I would really love to take you. However, like, a few bills have come out. I'm really, like, I can't pay for your dinner. We're going to have to, like, pay for our own. Would you think any less of me for saying that?
That's a really good question. Because as a judgmental side of me, I kind of would.
You would?
A little bit. I just would judge you because, for one, we're adults and I get that bills come out. I also knew you were living at home. And if I was like, if we can't go out for like a $50 or a $60 dinner, I would just kind of be like, fuck, how bad are you with money?
I understand that. I would, I think, like, obviously everything separately, I would actually say, though, the fact that a guy in 2026 is willing to be honest about the fact they just genuinely don't have the money for the date and they're upfront, I think is a major green flag over the fact that I could just come up with some petty excuse to not go on a date with you.
Totally get that. And I also know that there's a lot of men out there who then just take it for a ride.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think it would be one of those things, obviously.
Use your discernment.
Depending on the person. But I would, yeah, I just thought that'd be a fun little side question to throw in on that.
That is really fun. Yeah, there's just something about it, like, because obviously there's the honesty and vulnerability, which I also love. And then I just feel like it would kind of tick to me to be like, yeah. Probably I would feel like maybe, you know, seeing the vulnerability and the honesty, I would be like, yep, okay, that's like totally fine. And then I'll see what you're like on the date.
Also, I was going to say a major part of that would be timing.
Yeah.
If I, like, say, if you went to go on the date, I think on, say, the Saturday, and you message, like, Wednesday or Thursday, would be completely different to 5 minutes before the date.
Oh,
Saturday,
100%.
And or on the date.
Oh.
So I think if it was like, hey, look, I know we've got plans next week. I still really, but like, I didn't expect to pay for all these things, and now I have to. I think that would also be a massive thing. Plus, too, there's enough time to actually redo the date to something that is more suitable. Because I think actually that would probably be an option of like, rather than putting the cost back on someone, on say you, just being like, hey, look, I know we said dinner, however, shit's come up. Can I take you for coffee?
Yeah.
And anyway. If anyone out there who's broke, who needs dating advice, rewatch that.
You're funny.
Number 5. Should you kiss? Should you hook up on the first date? It's kiss, not hook.
Oh.
Should you kiss on the first date?
Yeah. I think there should be a little kissy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mandatory?
Well, if you're feeling the vibe.
Yeah.
If you're feeling the vibes, I don't think there's anything wrong with a kiss.
Yeah, I don't see the negativity around it. I don't see the whole gameplay people like to do around like the whole gatekeeping thing. Like, let's just say if you were really into me on the first day, but you do the whole I don't kiss on the first day. Like, I don't get the whole gate. Like, you're not really holding any value up to anyone, really. Like, I think it's a fake value that you're trying to perceive in your head.
Women.
Well, I'm gonna say more so women do it than men. I don't know too many men who are like, I don't kiss on the first date. But I'm gonna say I think a lot of women try to disguise value around the fact of like, we have to go on X amount of dates before I kiss you or whatever else. I don't know. I think as a guy, I would just, I don't know. It's I don't know. So yeah, kiss on the first date.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I feel like it's fine to kiss, and it's also fine not to kiss.
Yeah.
And I feel like also, like, I would be using my judgment, being like, do I feel comfortable enough to kiss this guy? Do I think it's mandatory? No.
Do you know what I think is bigger than the actual question on should there be a kiss? Timing of the kiss. Because I also feel like if your first kiss is somewhere like, especially if you're really into them, I feel like if you had a really shit first kiss that was like rushed or something like that, I feel like that the timing of it has more to do with whether it's on the first date or not.
If it's rushed or something?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like let's just say if you and I went out for dinner and we didn't kiss, and then we actually went for a few drinks, and then we ran into friends, and the first time I kissed you was like with a group of mates. I feel like the timing of it would also be completely
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah.
Like the timing.
I think with the timing of the, like...
Yeah, like if it's before 6 p.m, like that's fine, but after 6 p.m, it's it.
You never know.
6, and I do like this one. Is physical attraction more important than personality initially?
Yes.
I think I'm going to be maybe a bit shit to say. I think physical attraction is more important than personality a lot of the time. I don't think it's just initially.
Okay.
Because I just think you...
I'm not going to stay with you if you're a shit bitch. Just because you're hot.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
No, okay, like, yeah, being like that, but I also...
I think keeping your, like, not losing yourself in a relationship and keeping yourself always the best you feel. Not, like, for the other person, but, like, I feel like because, you know, because would you say, like, what fades in a relationship then? I'm going on a tangent.
Yeah, I just look at it from the fact that, like, if you're hot and you've got a shit personality, just work on yourself a bit. You'll be fine. if you're like really ugly, where you're like fun to be around, like cool, but you're still ugly, like you can't change it.
They definitely people
So you're admitting that you're not on the ugly side?
I know I'm not on the ugly side. Dick.
I personally think attraction keeps passion.
Yeah.
But passion fuels the relationship.
Yeah.
So I think that like you can be best friends with your partner and not have passion in a relationship. And I feel like that's important. So to me, attraction is more important. I think attraction is what brings you to someone to start with. So yes, I do think attraction is more important initially, but I would actually say long term, like it's more important to stay attracted to your partner than think they're a really great person. I understand that like personality creates attraction, but I would say attraction is more.
Yeah, I feel like physical attraction is really important because I feel like I know people can have the, you know, opposite opinion, and I just feel like, you know, what's Tinder, what's Hinge, like the first thing you see, the first thing
with anything,
that's what you're attracted to, like when you first see someone, and then personality makes it a million times better when you get to know them. But then again, I think with what you're saying, keeping passion and like physical attraction is pretty...
Well, you always buy with your eyes. You don't just end up inside a car and go, I wonder what the outside looks like. Like the outside drew you to the car. Like it's like...
Yeah.
The 7. Should men always make the first move?
Makes me feel so awkward. I feel like I've got different opinions on it.
I just think as long as it's the right move. Because I'm not going to go and say I think men should always make the first move if it's not being met.
Sorry. Yeah, like obviously I wouldn't want you to just like lean in if I'm like, oh my god.
So we watched Jake and Maddie's YouTube, and all of a sudden they're just telling guys to go hook up with someone to make them move.
Yeah. Absolutely not. No, I feel like I really respect a confidence in a woman to be able to, and the women who just have that charisma of like they can kind of put a bit of the moves on. I think in a sense that's really attractive. And I feel like maybe it's always in the right times though, like either or, my opinion is either one can make the first move.
I think guys, I gotta be honest, I think guys are so gun shy today because there's so many women who have shit experiences and all they want to do is not blame men, but say how men are all this sorts of shit.
So blame men.
And I feel like though a lot of young men, especially in the dating world, are scared to become a statistic of like you're just this freak that tried to kiss me. So I feel like with a lot of that, like a lot of men are more shy today in terms of making the first move because it's like, I don't know, like you can freaking revoke things these days after it happens. So I think a lot of men are scared to make the first move.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like it is a more scary time out there for men.
So
I think.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. See what you have to say about this one.
Okay.
Is it okay to date multiple people at once?
No.
Yes. As long as it's not Maddie. I'm kidding. Of course not. I'm massively against that.
You're very close to having an argument. Yeah, no. I think there's some people that can do it.
I was gonna say hats off to you if it's someone you're happy with. I think as long as no one's on the bad side of it.
How do you even?
No, because so there's different types of people, right? And people are open. People are happy to put themselves in situationships where they also know that the person's not being 1,000% faithful to them. So I'm saying, like, is it okay to date multiple people? Yeah, as long as the multiple people are aware of the multiple people.
Okay, fair.
Like,
that's the thing. You know what pisses me off? Like, what pisses me off if someone is not willing to completely commit, it's like, just be honest about it.
Yeah. So
be honest about it. Because if we met each other and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm just really not like ready for anything. Which I know a lot of men out there do that. I feel like there are some men who go, you know what, I am not ready for anything. And blah, blah, blah. I would still like to see other people. I feel like then it's up to you to just be like, okay, am I going to wait around? And if that's not something that you're willing to put up with, do you then keep going? But it's like, if you know that it's going to hurt you, like, just get out. Well, if they say it to you straight away, then I feel like then it's your problem after that.
Yeah.
Like, that's completely... Because, like, I don't know, if you've just stayed in something and you're just like, oh, but, you know, I'll just see how it goes, or maybe I could change their mind, and, like, no. I feel like they've been super open, and, like, then it's your decision if you stay or go. That happened to me in something that I was in.
I couldn't tell.
That he ended up being honest, and I was like, okay, cool. If that's what you want to do, then like I'm out.
Yeah.
Because I don't want that.
Yeah.
And then but then his excuse for then a couple months down the track was like, I felt like this went too quickly, and I just don't think I was ready. And I was like, well, I gave you the opportunity that like I didn't want to do this. Like this has really pissed me off. And he's like, but then if I had have ended it with you then, I wouldn't have been able to keep getting to know you. That's unfair.
So no to a multiple date?
No. No to the multiple dating. Stupid.
Should first dates be expensive?
I mean, I don't think so. Not my opinion. I don't really...
No, I'm going to say no because I think for a couple of reasons. One, I don't think that money should be flashed in terms of wining and dining, so I don't think you should pay for the experience that way. Like, we went to a flashy place. And I also think it almost creates I don't know how much money people have, but I think it creates an unrealistic expectation. Like, then where do you go when you want to go somewhere nice if you've just started dating in nice places?
If you're a really rich person, like, I feel like...
We're not talking to you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if there's really rich guys out there that take you to, like, a fine dining place and that's your ideal of a date, like, pop off. But I couldn't care if it's sushi, I couldn't care if it's coffee, as long as the company's good. Like, money, like, I feel like isn't a huge... I don't know, it just wasn't a huge value of, like, it needs to be this really expensive thing. Just as long as I didn't pay for the first date.
Can you know after one date if someone is relationship material? Yes. Because I would equally say I would be able to tell after one date if you weren't.
Yeah. I don't know if I feel like it's kind of... I don't want to blanket, like, cover all of girls. I just feel like, I don't know why sometimes... For me, I found it really hard because I was able to just have, like, rose-coloured glasses come over and think, oh, yeah, it's fine.
Mm.
But no.
So like, could you go on one date and then know after that date whether you see a potential future with that person? Like, dating, it doesn't say, like, it's not marriage, it's just dating. But in saying that, like, I wouldn't pointlessly date, so...
Well, no, okay, yeah, I feel like even though the red flags would be there, it would just be like, I think girls sometimes stick it out a bit longer. So yeah, you could probably tell on the first date if they were future material or not.
Yeah. Number 11, should a man pick a woman up for the first date? I've got two sides of that.
Me too.
If you're a woman and you're comfortable, 1,000%.
Yeah.
I would never want a woman to feel like, oh, this guy's got my address and he knows where I live. So I like, if the woman feels safe enough to give her address to whoever the date may be, I do think it's chivalrous for a guy to go pick her up.
Yeah. And I felt like, I felt super safe with you because I've known you for however long, and I was like, I would love for you to come and pick me up. Which I find super romantic. And then also there's that side of like, I also feel like it's fine for a woman to be like, you know what, I'm going to drive. I can leave when I want to. I'm not going to be stuck hoping a man can take me home and feel unsafe if anything went wrong. So yeah.
So I'm going to double back on this because we're going to be respectful young men doing this. As a guy, I would never pick a girl up with the expectation that we're sleeping together. Because I also think that's super unfair to put a female in the position of I'm dropping you home and I expect to come inside.
That would make me feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah. So and as I said, being a respectful young man, you're not going to do that anyway. However, that's my opinion. Like if you're a guy and you can't help yourself and you just trying to get your dick wet, I don't think you should be picking women up because I don't think it's a very nice situation to put them in.
Yeah.
So. Lucky last, is chivalry attractive?
Yes!
I think that's a pretty easy one to finish off. This has been a bit of fun. Episode 1, first dates and attraction. As I said, we're going to do a multi-part series. How many episodes? Well, that will be a bit of a mystery. But going to be coming to you guys each week with a new episode, a new set of questions, and you'll get to see an insight of the actual dating side of Maddie and I, what we see or what we look for individually and what we have found together. And have our take on all the fun and juicy topics.
Yeah.
And so Thanks for watching episode 1. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll be coming back to you next week with episode 2. So stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye.